Okay, yeah, one more thing. Okay. I want to talk about how people view spiritual people, right? So people view spiritual people as being like another form of religion, right? So spiritual people could participate in certain things. Spiritual people can go on vacations, they can go to concerts, some may even go to clubs or whatever the case is, right? And people were, oh my God, you're supposed to be spiritual. What are you doing? Like what? But this isn't a religion. Okay, I think y'all got it confused. Okay, spirituality, there are some forms of spirituality that they practice like a religion. When I say a religion, where you can't go here, you can't talk to this person, you can't function at this particular, whatever the case is, right? Just a whole lot of rules and shit that you can't do. Okay, because they say the more you do them, the more you be disconnected from God. But in spirituality, people who understand spirituality, you are still living upon this realm, right? We're still physical. We still want to look nice. You still want to, go places, enjoy yourself, enjoy your human experience here while you're here. People who understand that know that your spirituality journey, when you're deep off it now, you do have to duck off once you starting it because you get confused. You don't know what's going on, okay? But once you get in your spirituality practice, how you practice your spirituality, you will then understand, like, okay, I just have to be me. I just have to show God wherever I am. I just have to be in my love, in my heart, and generate it wherever I go. So yes, I can go to a concert. Like yes, I can go and dance a couple of dances here and there, because I know whatever I do would not disconnect me from spirit. Like I won't be disconnected from spirit. I won't not just unacknowledge God because I'm in the facility where people or in certain religions will look at other people like, oh, I can't believe you down there, or I can't believe you doing that, or oh, you wearing that. Once you understand, it's not about what you do. It is about what you have inside of you. It is about your intentions. It is about how you generate energy in this world. Okay, if you're a person, I don't care who you are. You could be religious, you can know the Bible back and forth, but your energy is fucked up. Your energy is fucked up, and you are not close to God. But if you're a person who don't go to church and you don't read the Bible or whatever it is, but your energy is heartfelt, like your energy is very God-like, you are a light being, you are doing God's work. That's what people have to understand when they say, "Oh, God, he healed the prostitutes. He healed," because he was just doing what God does. If you believe God is a he, God was just doing what God does. God is God wherever God is, y'all. It's not just you got to sit right here, you got to cross your legs, you got to do, and you got to wear a hat, and that's not, ain't nothing in that. God ain't in that, okay? You have to represent God wherever you are, wherever that is. As long as you represent God and God's love, as long as you represent God and God's light, as long as you represent God on as long as you represent God's energy, you can go where the fuck you want to go. Okay? Now, it gets confusing because a lot of people get this confused. It gets confusing where you go to these particular places, now all of a sudden you have no regard. You go to these certain places and all of a sudden you are unaware. You get to certain places and all of a sudden you are in your ego, which means you don't give a fuck. You out for getting what you want to get. You don't care who you dog out. You don't care who you fight. You don't care how much you gonna drink. You don't care how many people you gonna fuck. You don't care about how, because you just doing what you want to do because this is how you want to live and this is what I want to do. And you can't tell me what to do and I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out because you done got on my motherfucking nerves. If you live your life like that, ain't God, that's not God's light. That's not God's light. That's not God's energy. That's not God of love energy. Boop, boop, boop. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. That's not the God of love energy. Okay? That's another God's energy. So when you start losing it, not because you go to certain places, not because you dress a certain way, okay? Not because you listen to whatever you feel like you want to listen to. You start losing your connection when you stop being aware. You stop losing your connection when you don't show God wherever you go. That's why we are all connected to Source. We are all connected to Source because we are all a piece of God. We are all a piece of creation. So we are all a piece of God and we are all a piece of creation. We are supposed to represent as such. Like when your parents raise you and they tell you, oh, don't be going out there doing anything wrong. You better represent me right, because they were the ones that made you. That's where people got it lost. It's not what people think it is. It's not in a set rules. It's not in a set book. It's not in a set religion. It's not in a set dress code. You have to show God whatever the fuck you at. I don't care where the fuck you at. I don't care where you go. I don't care. And I bet you when you be in that energy, people are going to address you as such. They gonna know something different about you. You're gonna stand the fuck out. People are gonna stare at you. People are going to gravitate to you because you are walking in God's light wherever you are, especially on this fucking realm. You believe that God was communicating and healing all these quote unquote people who didn't want to associate themselves with in private. Y'all think that shit was happening in private. Y'all think he said, well, come. Well, I keep on saying he, but you know what it is, okay? You think God was on the phone like, yeah, just meet me around the corner. No, I don't want nobody to see me talking to you. No, just come meet me around the corner. I heal you. Because I know what they say you do, and I don't want nobody seeing me next to you. God wasn't doing that shit. God was being God and God's light. And those who were damaged by the world, and those who were damaged by circumstances, and those who were damaged by the different people or whatever the case is, gravitated to him because nobody was in that fucking light. Nobody was in that fucking energy. So yes, that's what the fuck it is. Like I said, people got it fucking, you're just confused. That's not how you're supposed to walk upon this realm. You're supposed to show God and be in God's light and be in God's love and be in God's energy where the fuck you go. Wherever you go. So if you in God's light and God's love and God's energy, wherever you go, where the violence gonna be at? If everybody walking in God's love and God's light and God's energy, where the violence gonna be at? Where the disrespect gonna be at? Everybody's walking in God's love and God's light and God's energy. Where the fuck that's gonna be at? It ain't gonna be in there. That's why it's so difficult for people to go out and do certain things, because y'all not walking in God's light. I'm not saying you can't have fun in this particular realm, but if you're not taking the light of God and the love of God and the energy where the fuck you go, like you're supposed to do on this fucking realm, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it absolutely wrong.